I've got a steering wheel here that I'm going to try and restore a little bit. It's got a number of cracks in it. Even got one kind of going around this way. And this method I'm going to use, you probably may have not seen before, and it may or may not work for you. But the first thing I did is take this little burr, round burr on the end of my drill motor, and just put a slight bevel around the top of all these edges. And then I went in here with a little saw and just kind of roughed it up and cleaned it up. Use this little dental pick to clean any loose parts out. Try and make sure there's nothing loose or chunks in there or anything. Even on this little crack here, I can kind of dig down in there and pull any loose stuff out, because I'm going to pour some fiberglass resin in these cracks, and I want it to get it all the way down in if I can. So I need to get all the dirt and junk out of it. Now I want to clean it real good. I'm going to use some of this wax and grease remover to start with, and this little brush, and try and get in here real good the best I can, and then use my air hose and blow it out. Now I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time using some acetone. The acetone actually kind of melts the plastic, or melts into the plastic just a little bit, so leave a nice raw edge for the fiberglass resin to stick to. All right, just got some polyester fiberglass resin here, the hardener. I mix it up right here, a little cup, and the idea is I want to pour it. I put some masking tape around there and left a little opening on the top of all of them. On this area that had the big crack, why I just left an opening right there. And the idea is just to pour it in there and let it run around and fill up. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And now, when that cures, I'll pull the tape off because this resin won't stick to that tape. And then I will sand it as I need to, fill any low spots with just a regular body filler. I'm going to let that cure till tomorrow. I'll pull the tape off and see what I've got. I may end up needing to redo just a little bit, but we'll see how it turns out first. It's been one full day, so I'll see if I can pull this tape off of here, and we'll see what it looks like. Well, it did pretty good. You can see where this one is pretty full all the way around the bottom. You get up to the top here, why there's a little bit of a void where I need to put a little more. Same thing in this one here, a little void right there, a little on the side there. Down on the bottom, pretty good. That one looks pretty good. So what I'll do now is I'll remask it, and the little areas that I can see, I'll just concentrate on the side or the bottom or wherever I need to fill it. Kind of do the same thing I just did one more time. All right, I've put it on the second time, filled in all those little low areas. So now I'm pulling this tape off. We'll see where we're at. Looks pretty good. Any little low areas now, I will just fill with body filler. I'll sand or file down any high spots now, get it as smooth as possible, then put the body filler there, smooth that out. Be time for some primer and some paint. Got it all filed down now. You can still see there's a little low spot here and there. One right there. So now I'll take some body filler and just go along here and fill in these little tiny low spots. What I'm going to use for a filler is this stuff here. It's Evercoat Vet Panel Adhesive and Filler for SMC and fiberglass panels. It says excellent filler for fiberglass. Quick acting polyester resin, so it's very compatible with the polyester resin that I put in there. Now you could probably just take some more of the polyester fiberglass resin and a little paintbrush and drop it in there. but this is going to be a little bit easier at this stage of the game. Now when this sets up good, I can sand it down, and if there's still any low areas I can put a little more in there, but I think I'll probably be ready to primer and paint after I get this sanded down. Now that this is all set up, it'll be the same procedure. I'm going to use a file to knock the bulk of it off, then I'll follow it up with some sandpaper, maybe some 220 grit, and then switch to 320 or 400. I'm wet sanding with some 400 grit right now, the whole steering wheel. I'm ready to paint it now, and the first thing I'm going to do is put some of this adhesion promoter. It's specifically made for plastics. You can spray it on, but I've had good luck just wiping it on. And then you let it set for about 5 minutes and it's ready to paint. Okay, I'll give that 5 minutes, and then I'm going to be putting some epoxy primer on it first. That'll be the gray that you see. And then that'll gotta let that set for a day, and then I'll go over it with some black base coat and follow that up with some clear coat. This stuff is just Bulldog adhesion promoter made by Clean Strip. This is the clear coat. It's going to get 2 coats about 30 minutes apart. Here's the finished product. Looks pretty nice if you ask me. And I've only got a couple hours of work in it. It's a lot better than paying $300+ for a new one.